Growing up, my parents were the absolute most important people in my life. I wanted nothing more than to be just like my mom when I grew up. Having them involved in my education was a critical component to my success. Now, as a soon to be graduate and future teacher, I constantly ask myself, how important is parent involvement in their students' academic life, and how much does it affect their academic achievement? As any teacher would, I turned to the research. Although every article I read about researched a different aspect of parent involvement, they all said the same thing. Students of any age need their parents involved in their academic lives, especially if they want to be successful. According to Jennifer Duplanty, parents who are involved in their children's education in ways that create and reinforce direct experiences of educational success offer verbal persuasion intended to develop attitudes, behaviors, and efforts consistent with school success, and create emotional arousal that underscores the personal importance of doing well in school and more likely to develop a strong, positive sense of efficacy for successfully achieving in school related than students whose parents are not involved. In other words, parents who are involved directly in their child's education create a sense of desire, responsibility, and encouragement in that child to succeed and meet the parents' expectations in school related activities. As children grow older, parent involvement begins to decrease at home and in the school. Parents begin to believe that their involvement is not as important in grades 7 through 12. This contributes to the student's desire for independence and parents trying to fulfill that desire. Other reasons contribute to the education level and financial income of the parent. Parents with lower educational levels stray away from helping their student with homework and activities because they feel inadequate and unable to help them. Parents with lower financial gains are also unable to help due to a lack of time because of work schedules and other family priorities. The school is also a large factor in why parents are not getting involved. Research has shown that there is a large disconnect between school and parent communication. Duplanty cites Epstein in her article stating, more than one-third of all U.S. parents did not have a conference with a teacher during the school year. Over half of those parents had never talked with a teacher by telephone, and most parents reported that they had never been involved in deep or frequent discussions with teachers about their children's programs or progress. Teachers are not reaching out to parents. The clear, consistent, and obvious fact is there is a disconnect between parents and the school, and it is affecting the involvement in children's academic lives, and that is affecting their academic success. Epstein's framework for 6 types of involvement breaks down the types of involvement parents can have in their child's academic life and how to get them involved in that way. Type 1 is parenting. The school needs to help the families establish home environments that are conducive and supportive to the child's education. Type 2 is communicating. We need to design forms of communication for home to school and school to home that informs the parents of school programs and their child's progress. We need to make sure that this communication is not always negative. Type 3 is volunteering. We need to recruit and organize parent help and support. Type 4 is learning at home. Provide resources to families that will help them when working with their student on homework and other activities, decisions, and planning. Type 5 is decision making. Include the parents on decisions. Develop these parents to become leaders and representatives. Type 6 is collaborating with the community. Identify and utilize resources and services from the community to help strengthen the school and family. The goal of these 6 frameworks is to build a bridge and connect the student's home life and academic life. According to Epstein, communication is the first and most important step. I interviewed Patrick Gold, a second-year high school social studies teacher. We discussed a variety of topics involving the over-involved parent, the under-involved parent, and the outraged parent. The biggest thing that stuck out in the interview was how he wants to help keep parents informed on what is happening in the classroom. This was his statement. Parents can be more successful at home by knowing what is going on in the classroom. By sending home a syllabus, parents can stay up to date on what is coming up in the classroom and help their students be prepared. I also have my parents sign up for the same Remind 101 as the students so they get the notifications from the teacher. After showing him the research as to why parents are getting less involved, he plans to put this app into action next year with his students' parents in hopes of getting the parents involved and getting his classroom averages up and getting his students college bound. Clearly, from the research, we can say that parent involvement is crucial in a student's academic achievement, and we need to get them involved and keep them involved. In the video I watched during research, the ABC's school in California hosts a Parent Leadership Academy that offers a variety of workshops for parents with students in all grade levels K through 12. However, these programs are not limited to the K through 12 parents. They want parents to get involved as early as possible, starting at age 1. The philosophy for this is getting parents involved at a young age when they are most comfortable allows the parent to grow with the child through their academic education, and the parents are less likely to become intimidated by the work. By school districts offering something like the Parent Leadership Academy, the parents will be able to get hands-on information that is critical for being involved in their student's life. The Epstein framework allows for parents to become educated in how to be involved, and also requires teachers to get the parents involved. No longer should there be an excuse for lack of time on the teacher's part. By getting parents involved, it helps increase your time with the extra hands on deck. My due that I conducted after all of my research was to have an open discussion with parents of all ages trying to find out what they need from the school and what stops them from getting involved personally. From that discussion, the most clear and consistent answer was intimidation. The parents were intimidated to help their students. The work is so specific and they are taught in a certain way that they were scared to confuse their child. These are parents with higher education and they are intimidated because of how specific the work is. The other large reason they do not get involved is because of communication. They only receive negative information from teachers. They assume that if they don't hear from the teacher, their child is doing great. After finishing the discussion, I came up with some mini workshop topics that I would like to offer in my classroom on my own personal time to help parents get more involved. These workshop topics consisted of technology, the new and how to use it, and also how to keep our students safe with the rise of cyberbullying. Homework, tutoring sessions with parents and students, and how to break down and understand the devil's arithmetic they teach our kids. Communication, how to help our students express themselves in a positive, constructive way. And also, teacher and parent communication, how can we make it better? And finally, time management. These are just a few examples. If successful in my classroom in the future, I plan to present them to the school principal. The research shows how important parent involvement is on our students' academic success, no matter the age, and it is our job as educators to get these parents back involved, however possible.